Alright, our next example is 4 less than a number is less than 10. Okay, so I'm going to identify my inequality symbol first. So 4 less than a number is less than. Okay, so that means that I have a less than symbol. That separates my two expressions, 4 less than a number and the expression of 10. Alright, so 4 less than a number. I don't know what that number is, so I'm going to assign it a variable x. Okay, so I don't know what x is, but I know that I'm taking away 4 because it's 4 less than x. So 4 less than x looks like this, x minus 4. And then I have my is less than 10. Now I have a one-step inequality to solve. Right now I have x minus 4. I want to isolate my variable. Since my variable is currently with a minus 4, I use the inverse operation of minus 4, which is plus 4. And then what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Okay? Minus 4 plus 4 inverse operations, they cancel each other out, leaving me with x less than, and I do the math, 10 plus 4 is 14. Okay? So now I'm ready to graph this. I have 14 on my number line, and I know that I'm going to have a circle at 14. Okay? So my next question is this circle open or closed, and in which direction am I shading the number line? So I have x is less than 14. So that tells me that any value, my values for x, need to be less than 14. 13 is less than 14. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do a check. Okay? I'm going to plug 13 in for x to see if x less than 14 is my inequality that I need. So x being 13, I have 13 minus 4 less than 10. 13 minus 4 is 9. 9 is less than 10. So this is accurate. It is numbers less than 14, which means I'm going to come this way. Alright, now I want to determine if I have an open circle or a closed circle. Again, we were supposed to commit to memory our open and closed circles, but we're going to do a check just to see. A closed circle would mean that 14 could be a solution to this inequality. So let's see. If I had x minus 4 less than 10, and I plugged in 14, I get 10 less than 10. And this is a false statement. 10 is not less than 10. So 14 cannot be a solution. So we are not going to shade. Okay? Our next example, 7 times a number is greater than 35. So again, I need to pick out my inequality is greater than 35. So that means that 7 times a number is one expression, and 35 is my other expression, separated by the inequality symbol is greater than. Alright, so I'm going to work with 7 times a number. So I don't know what that number is, so I'm going to give it a variable x, and I know that I'm multiplying it by 7. The way that you write a number times, or 7 times this variable x, is just by putting 7x, a coefficient and a variable, because your coefficient is being multiplied by your variable. So this says that we are multiplying x by 7. We are multiplying a number by 7. 7 times a number. So now we have a one-step inequality that we need to solve. And if we notice, our x is being multiplied by 7. So I need to use the inverse operation of multiplication, because I need to undo the effect of multiplication of 7 on my variable. So the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide it by 7, because I want to undo times 7. So to undo times 7, I divide by 7. And what I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So now I do my math. 7x divided by 7 is 1x. I do not need to write my coefficient of 1, so x. And in class, we put lines through it like this because it cancels out, leaving us with x. It left us with 1x. Greater than 35 divided by 7 is 5. So now we come to our graph, and we have our 5 circled. Question is it open or closed? Again, committing to memory, if we have open and closed circles with what inequality symbol, we should remember that if we have a greater than symbol and it's just greater than, it is an open circle. Then we have x is greater than 5. This means that any value we put in to our inequality, 7x greater than 35, any value that we put in that's bigger than 5 is going to give us a true statement. Okay? So that means we need to shade to the right to include all of those values that are greater than 5. I hope that this video and series of videos have been helpful in helping guide you through your homework.